Ready? Okay. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Tina Meister. Finally here with the Endgame spoiler talk review with my old friend Kevin from Job Corps. We were close friends, and he really loved the movie, so I wanted to bring him onto this as a guest star. Say hi to everybody, Kevin.
What's up? What's up?
I feel like you should have a YouTube channel, Kevin. I mean, really, why don't you have a YouTube channel?
I'll look into it. I'll look into it.
You would be awesome. You should do like. Well, do you know how to make videos though?
I'll learn. I'll get to it. Haven't done it yet.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna go. So yeah, as we're talking right now, Avengers Endgame's box office is off the charts. Like, it's freaking insanity. Like right now, it just beat Titanic like yesterday. It has $2.194 billion. The fastest movie to get to $2 billion ever, like 11 days. That's fucking crazy shit. Like, I mean, it deserves it, but still, like, when you think about that, Kevin, think about it. It beat Infinity War's box office in a span of 2 weeks. Its entire run, like 4 months of Infinity War, it got beat in 2 weeks. That's crazy. I mean...
Pay off to all 22 films, I guess.
Yeah, it's the epic finale. I know. I'm glad it. I mean, I gave. Think about it. If you guys watch my original review, this is the first movie on my channel I gave a 10 out of 10. Like out of the whole channel so far, which it deserved the 10 out of 10. I was impressed. It was impressive. Like shit. I mean, honestly, I don't get people that don't like this movie. Like, what is their problem? Like, I don't know. Kevin?
Yeah, guess we could have a little action with the Hulk, just a little bit.
I don't know. I like Professor Hulk in this movie. He was cool. Like, well, think about it, Kevin. He wouldn't have been able to reverse the snap if he was regular Hulk. I mean, that's the point of the Professor Hulk in the movie. I mean,
I guess people, from what people told me about Professor Hulk, he's supposed to have, I guess, Bruce's intelligence, but still the Hulk strength. But honestly, even if they had a rematch, I feel like the Thanos would have beaten him a second time.
Bro, I mean, regular Hulk couldn't kick Thanos' ass, so what's to say Professor Hulk could? I mean, really?
Right, I'm like, we would have got a rematch just to get let down again. So
I don't know. The only way he would beat him is if he was World Breaker Hulk, but they weren't going that route. So I mean, I don't know.
Maybe in the future movie, or when they finally get a standalone movie. I know because of who owns the rights. That's why he's not getting his own movies.
Well, you never know. I mean, maybe he'll revert back to regular Hulk, or maybe another universe he'll be. I don't know. You never know.
Yeah, but I love the new take on Hulk, though. Can't complain.
Well, he was funny as hell. So him and Thor were the funniest parts in the movie. But
that was some of the complaints about Thor, though. They said it was the whole fat thing. It's like it was ongoing too long.
It was hilarious, though. I'm sorry. I couldn't get enough of that. That was hilarious. It's like Iron Man just walks, like Tony just walks past and he's like, come on, Big Lebowski, or whatever. That was funny.
Guess Thor not allowed to be comedic.
Well, I mean, if you guys watch Thor Ragnarok, that literally is a comedy movie. I mean, there's barely any non-jokes in it. I mean,
speaking of Thor Ragnarok, I would love to see Hela versus Thanos. That would have been a good match.
Like, I wish Hela was in the movie. It would have been cool to see her come back. Like, that was the one thing I guess I didn't get out of the movie, was some of the villains didn't come back, which, oh well, but that's alright. I mean, because that's what I thought was going to happen. I thought Thanos was going to use, like, maybe a gauntlet or something. I don't know, bring everybody back or something, but unfortunately, the Thanos from the future already died, so he couldn't use the stones to do that, but oh fucking well, but that's alright.
Hela alone would have killed half of them, though.
Hela was a great villain, same with Killmonger, and actually, these MCU villains lately have been great, ever since, like, Ego and Guardians 2, like, the villains have been great. I don't know.
Ego is overpowered, too.
Oh, Ego... You know, there was a theory if Ego hadn't died and Peter Quill had kept the powers, he would have beat Thanos.
This sounds about right.
Because think about it, if you watch Guardians 2, I mean, shit, Peter with his celestial powers, like Star-Lord, he was like he was OP as fuck. I don't know, but that's just a theory, so... What do you think? What was your favorite part of Avengers Endgame, Kevin? I mean, I guess that's hard to say, right?
Man, it's so many different parts. It depends on if we talking about just action sequences, non-action sequences.
Well, I guess my personal favorite was Avengers Assemble. That shit, I went insane when he did that. I was like...
Yeah, that part, and when Captain America used Thor's hammer, everybody been waiting on that.
Well, and Iron Man saying "I am Iron Man" and then snapping, that gave me chills. Bruh, Tony's the legend. I'm sorry. You might as well just say Iron Man's the best superhero now after that. I mean, how do you even not say that after that?
Yeah, I seen a comparison between what he did and what Doctor Strange did when he kept Dormammu in that little time loop.
Well, the difference is Doctor Strange can't really die, so...
Yeah, that's true.
Unless the Infinity Gauntlet, which... I don't know. I don't know. When people say Captain... will fight him. There's no fucking way. Like...
Shoot, unless she got some powers I don't know about.
I mean, yeah, she's powerful enough to break ships, but can she, like, bend reality and fight Dormammu? I don't think so. The heck? Like...
Nah, speaking of that never one of the best fights, Doctor Strange versus Thanos.
Oh, that was the best part of Infinity War. Well, I mean, I guess one of the best parts. I love that fight. I wish it lasted longer. I was eating that scene up. That was shit. That was dope.
Iron Man 2, that just so he put in work against Thanos 2 by himself.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, there's a couple flaws to Endgame. I guess there could have been more, but what more? Like in the words of Wong from the movie, like, what, you wanted more? Like, really? You really wanted more than this? That was enough. Like, really, that was too much. I swear.
One of my hugest questions is what weapon was Thanos using to break Captain America's shield like that?
Well, you got to remember the vibranium is just the strongest metal on their planet. The sword that Thanos was using is the strongest metal in the galaxy. So I mean, that's not a fair comparison there.
So why I wonder. I'm wondering why that wasn't.
Yeah, where was the sword in Infinity War? Like, I don't know. It's funny. Like, damn, he could have been killing... I guess he used the sword to kill the Asgardians? I don't know. And he just got rid of it.
I'm wondering, is this something the elves made for him, or what was it? Or I don't know. In the Stormbreaker, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it was because Thor was all fat now, but it didn't seem as powerful this time.
Another thing is, in Infinity War, they didn't show Thanos getting the Power Stone, so maybe he lost the sword fighting them. I don't know.
Oh, right. He had it at the beginning.
Yeah, well, he fought the Nova Corps to get the Power Stone, but they didn't show that part. I mean,
oh, right.
Yeah, he killed all the Nova Corps. That's another thing. Nova didn't show up. That superhero Nova. I guess there was a couple complaints. Like Sentry, there was a lot of characters they could have put in these movies, but they didn't put them in. I guess because Marvel doesn't go do that. Marvel usually gives Marvel always has been that way. They do single movies first, and then they put them in the team up movies. They've always done that. But, you know. I mean, that's why Captain Marvel you who she was and then put her in there, but you know.
And then everybody already knew who Spider-Man was because him and Black Panther are in Civil War before they had their own movies. But everybody knows who those
that's
two are.
different. I mean, with Spider-Man and Black Panther, they were so famous anyway that they didn't really need single movies or take out their own movies. I mean, in their case, it's a little more different, but they usually just don't throw characters in there. Like, Black Panther and Spider-Man was that one case, I guess, but I don't know. I mean,
the Cap handed the shield off to Falcon. I would have thought Bucky would have got the shield.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense because Bucky's not. Falcon's more of a hero.
But I understand at different times Falcon and Bucky were both that.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, in the words of the doctor from the first Captain America movie, I'm looking for traits beyond the physical. Oh my
Speaking of
god.
that, crazy. Just seen that movie for the first time like last week.
Bro, I don't get people that are going to see Endgame that never seen a Marvel movie. I'm like, what are you fucking doing?
It's like it's like it ruins the excitement, the build up. You're not. I feel
Without watching the first one, like, or I don't know. That's kind of a bad example, but let me think of another example. That's like going like, I don't know.
Captain Marvel, the only one I didn't see before Endgame, but I heard you didn't have to see that or Ant-Man to understand it. But then I don't know.
No, Captain Marvel was a good movie. I mean, it wasn't amazing, but it was pretty good, mainly because of the cat in the Endgame movie. I guess because the reasoning being they shot Endgame before they made Captain Marvel, and they made Goose when they made Captain Marvel. So whatever, okay, but kind of was silly. I don't know.
Ain't gonna lie, I don't know who Goose is.
Goose is a great character. He's an OP cat. I guess another reason is if Goose was in Endgame, they okay. I mean, Goose is an OP ass cat. I mean, shit, he can just whoop people's ass in like 10 seconds. He's OP.
All right.
Well, you have to watch the Captain Marvel to know what I'm talking about. But I mean, it's Nick Fury's pet. Nick Fury had a cat. His name's Goose. Yeah.
Oh, that's the cat that messed his eye up.
Yeah, Goose. Yeah, that's the one that ripped his eye out. Yeah.
Okay.
Only him. But enough about Goose. So we're talking about Endgame. So, yeah, it was the greatest superhero movie I've ever watched, and that's saying a lot because I love The Dark Knight. I love Avengers, the first Avengers, and Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and Black Panther, but shit, Endgame blew everything. It blew everything away. It was nothing we've ever seen before. It was unlike the likes of anything we've ever seen before.
Yeah, and the most spoiled movie out of all the Marvel ones.
Like, bro, I mean, I just was not expecting to do all that. It was just crazy. I mean, and Black Widow's sacrifice was really touching, and that scene just got sadder every time I watch it. Like, the Tony one equally sad every time, but the Black Widow one just gets more depressing every time I watch it. I'm just like, oh, man. Like, I'm just...
It wouldn't have made sense for Hawkeye to throw himself off the cliff at all since he turned out the way he did because he lost his family in the first place.
Yeah, I just don't know. I mean, man, just everything about the movie, from the cinematography to the writing to the build up, and then the 5-year twist. They just skipped 5 years right away. I'm like, what the frick? That was the twist. I'm like, they just skipped 5 years right away. Like, holy shit. I mean,
Bro, which makes me wonder when they follow back on that when Far From Home comes back on. I wonder how that works. Did all his classmates vanish with the snap too, or how they?
Yeah, I think most of them did, but I think there was going to be a couple that have graduated. Like maybe MJ graduated. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, that'll be interesting. I mean, yeah, Spider-Man Far From Home is going to have to answer a lot of questions. Like, I mean, really.
I see they did put the new trailer up now. As that Endgame has been out for a while. They put the updated one up. So
I figured they were going to do that. I mean, that was a good trailer, though. But I don't think Mysterio is telling the truth. I think he's lying, but I don't think he's from another universe. But I don't know.
Yeah, they said supposedly the events from the Endgame opened like a multiverse or something. So I'm curious to see how that played out. I wonder if that's what happened when Cap decided to go back in time with the stones. If he kind of opened the.
Another thing is when you got to remember Thanos when he got rid of the stones. If you pay attention in Endgame, when the Ancient One said, if you take the stones out of this reality, it creates other realities. So when Thanos snapped all 6 stones out of existence, I don't think that's a good thing.
Right, but it does keep the door open though for other Marvel stories come to play later down the line.
Yeah, you might have messed up, buddy. You shouldn't have got rid of all the stones. That's kind of a bad idea, but whatever.
Now we just gotta wait for them to throw X-Men into the future Marvel movies, so along
Well,
with
that might
the
be a
one.
while. I want Fantastic Four before they do that because I want an actual Michael B. Jordan, all those guys. Okay, I want a real MCU Fantastic Four movie. That's what I fucking want. Okay.
I didn't even watch it. I heard it was garbage.
Like, bro, none of the Fantastic Four movies, none of them have been like amazing or great. I mean, there's been a couple good ones, or then the last one was terrible. There's been okay ones, but never an MCU one. Like, I want an MCU Fantastic Four. That'd be great. Hell yeah.
You got Chris Evans who played the Human Torch and then Captain America.
Well, I mean, technically he's not playing anymore, but and they would recast the Human Torch, so I mean, it wouldn't be the same guy, obviously, but.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. The Fantastic Four is literally, if I read all the comics, Fantastic Four was literally the first like 1960 Marvel comic. That's what got Marvel on the map, was the Fantastic Four. So they need to make a movie. I mean, they need to. Marvel needs to make it. Like, make it happen. Fuck. They got Fox back. They can do it. The fuck. I mean. Well, there's a theory that Doctor Doom might be the next big villain after Thanos, which I wouldn't even complain because he's one of my favorite villains. So, I mean,
Doctor Doom. Oh, I thought it was Galactus. That's what I've been hearing.
it might be both. Doctor Doom might be the first, and then Galactus might be right after. I don't know.
Yeah. Shoot, I barely know anything about Galactus.
Well, they tried to do him in Silver Surfer, but that was not correct. That was like Deadpool and X-Men Origins Wolverine. I'm like, you didn't really do him correctly. I mean, but yeah, enough about that. Yeah, I'm trying to talk about Endgame here, Kevin. Okay, the fuck. I mean, shit. That sequence of when all the Avengers. I mean, I got super emotional when I saw them come through the portals. I was like, man, that was something else.
Trying to figure out how everybody heard him say assemble though. He ain't exactly yell it.
Stop overanalyzing the movie. Okay, bro. I mean, Captain America probably, I don't know, like maybe with the, well, then again, they probably all had the things on him, and maybe Doctor Strange put a spell. I don't know. Who fucking knows how he did it?
We both know that's an inconsistency in the movie.
Yeah, how are they talking to each other so far away? I guess they have these bugs in their ears that I don't know.
Movie logic.
I mean, it's Avengers. The hell? I mean, look, the fact that we got all the Avengers on screen together is good enough for me, bro. I don't give a shit.
Oh yeah, definitely. No complaints on that final battle.
That was my biggest complaint in Infinity War, because the trailers made it look like we were going to see all the Avengers come together, and that didn't happen in Infinity War. I'm like, what the fuck? Well, that was lame, but they did it in this one. Hallelujah. It finally happened. Like, it was great.
Right.
I mean, I kind of expected Infinity War wasn't going to do it, but I really wanted it to happen, because I'm like, that's what everybody was hyped for. Like, oh my god, all the Avengers are going to assemble in one scene. No, that didn't happen. Oh, fucking well. It happened here, though. I mean,
I'm glad they saved that for last. It would have been a shame for Thanos. Complaints, I had negative reviews, all of it.
Jeez, I don't know. I love Infinity War, but I don't know. This was better than Black Panther. This was better than all the. I'm sorry, the fuck. I don't care what anybody.
Oh yeah, it took a crap on it. It did.
It's gonna beat Avatar in like a week or two. Okay, I mean this shit's crazy. Years. But this is the first movie to beat James Cameron records, so that's pretty cool. I don't think anything will beat this for a while because, first of all, this is the opening of all time, and I mean, it literally doubled Infinity War's opening. Like, I don't know how, nothing can beat that anymore. Like, for IMAX 3D movie or whatever it was, yeah.
So that's probably the main reason they got the top spot. I don't even remember the plot of the movie.
Thing wasn't that big. It's just it got money over time because people kept learning about it, like Frozen. But
Like saying that's 47 days. So imagine what Endgame could do in 47 days.
well, shit. But I give Avatar a couple more weeks. I mean, it already beat Titanic, so I mean, it's just a matter of time now. The fuck.
As long as it don't slow down, a lot of people saying they still ain't see Endgame. So,
Brad, no, it's yeah. I don't see it not beating Avatar at this point. I would be shocked if it don't. At this point, it makes like so much money a day. It just doesn't make sense for it not to beat it at this point. Fuck.
what was James Cameron's comment on the Marvel movies?
I don't know what had the record for Titanic. I think it was Jurassic Park. Yeah, and before Jurassic Park, I don't really remember, but was it Jaws? I don't know. I have to look it up. Star Wars? I don't know.
Force Awakens, yeah.
Force Awakens, that's the thing. No movies beat Titanic. Force Awakens, Jurassic World, and Infinity War couldn't beat Titanic, but Endgame did, so that's pretty cool. I mean, what's to blame, though? I mean, shit, beginning to end, Endgame was great. I mean, it was like, you had Rocket making great jokes. It was great jokes, and, yeah, just great stuff. Great stuff. Rewatchable as fuck.
Yeah, I'll probably I'll probably watch about 3-4 more times in the movie theater. Wouldn't mind throwing my money towards it.
I already watched it 4 times. I'm just gonna go watch it a few more times. I watched it in two times IMAX 3D, 1 time standard, and 1 time D-Box 3D. So
That shouldn't be my record.
yeah, well, Alita I watched 5 times, but this was better than that. And I love Alita Battle Angel, but shit. I mean, got nothing on this. What?
Who the new Avengers is gonna be?
The new ones, you mean?
Yeah, because I know they're gonna make another Avengers movie, except I guess with different superheroes.
I mean, if they make another Avengers movie, that'd be kind of weird. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, not sure.
I can't see that one. I'm kind of marveled out. I don't know how many more movies I can watch after the Captain America Army not being in it no more.
Yeah, really, it's not even going to be the same anymore. I guess I'll go watch Thor 4 and Guardians 2, and maybe Doctor Strange 2 and Black Panther 2, but I don't know.
Which makes me wonder what they're gonna do with. I know Thor joined up with Peter and them, but where is that gonna go from there? Since he's not technically king of
the main
Asgard.
reason I'm going to go see Guardians 3 is because Adam Warlock's going to be in it, so... Because he wasn't in freaking Endgame, which, okay, whatever, but... Like, bro, in the comics, Adam Warlock and Thanos are, like, arch nemesis, like, arch rivals. But in the movie, they don't fight. Like, okay, like, I get you, MCU. You don't want to introduce random characters, but Adam Warlock's pretty important to the story. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. Like, then again, they didn't do everything from the comic. Nebula didn't pick up the gauntlet either, so whatever. But because the reasoning is, because only people that are strong enough can wield the gauntlet. Okay, what the fuck? Like, okay, I think the Infinity Gauntlet made by Thanos was better because that one, it went through his whole body. Well, Tony's gauntlet only went to his arm, so I guess that's why it killed you faster. I don't know.
Right.
But, I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. Then again, the gauntlet that Thanos had was made by the guy that made Stormbreaker, so I guess that's why it was a lot better, but, you know. I don't know. I mean, shit. It was just a great movie beginning to end. I could rewatch it 100 more times. I just love all the emotion and all the, subtle moments. It was just a great experience. And definitely a great finale. I don't see Marvel ever topping that movie. I mean, that was something else. Fuck.
Unless they build up some more individual movies and top it later, but I don't see it either.
Right. There ain't no way. I'm sorry. I mean, without Captain America and Iron Man, you might as well not even make any more Avengers movies anymore. Like, bro, that's the end to me. Like, that's the ending to that story. I guess Spider-Man Far From Home is going to start a new story, I guess. That's the start of the next series. Kind of like Iron Man to Endgame, that's like Naruto. And then Boruto is Spider-Man from Spider-Man Far From Home.
Boruto pretty good though.
Yeah, just like Spider-Man Far From Home, and every movie after that's gonna be good, but then ain't gonna be as good as Naruto was.
Right.
I mean, shit, this was the end of the series. Endgame was the series finale. That was it. Everything after that's a new series. So, I mean, I don't
Because
know.
Far From Home, they try to say that was actually the last movie in this phase, but who knows? I guess.
It's more like an epilogue. I don't really count it as the end of the phase. I mean, that's like saying Ant-Man was the end of phase 2. I mean, it was, but I don't know. It's funny. It's funny. I don't know. Like Avengers was great. It's funny when the first Avengers came out. I didn't even think that could be topped. Like I thought that was the best MCU movie. And then they made Guardians 2, and then they made what was it? No, then they made Captain America: Civil War, and then they made Guardians 2, and then they made Black Panther, and then they made this, and then Infinity War. I'm like, geez, they just kept topping themselves. It was crazy. I mean, well, I forgot. What did I put? Oh, I put Guardians and Black Panther. Infinity War, yeah, those are better. But... Kevin,
Yep.
are you getting tired?
I'm good.
Well, we'll talk a few more minutes. I just really like talking about this movie with someone that liked it as much as me. I mean, shit, I don't know. Like, man, it's just weird. I mean, it's hard to believe we've got that far. I mean, shit. Like 22 movies already? Like that's fucking crazy to think about. I don't know.
I remember seeing the midnight release for the first Avengers movie. It felt like so long ago, like 30 years ago.
Yeah, that's the one I watched the most. I watched the Avengers movie more than any other one because I remember when that came out and that was the biggest thing of all time. Like shit, people couldn't believe that actually happened. Like what the fuck, an Avengers movie? Holy shit, this is insanity. Like what?
Wish I felt that way about Age of Ultron.
Yeah, that's kind of grown on me. Endgame made that a better movie. It's actually more good now because there's a lot of foreshadowing to Endgame in that movie. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's how I felt watching the first Captain America movie after everybody said it wasn't that good.
Oh, I love the first one. I mean, the second and third one are clearly better, but the first one's still great. I
mean, Right.
That's like saying, Thor. I don't know. I'm trying to make an example. Like Thor isn't as good as Thor Ragnarok. Well, that doesn't mean Thor is a bad movie. The fuck.
I still this time. I still gotta know this time thing though. When Cat went back, did he watch all the events happen when he decided to stay with Peggy, or did he still go on the ice? I need some confirmation somewhere.
Yeah, the time travel element is confusing, but that's just how time travel movies are. They never make sense. It's just how it is.
Apparently, I guess the laws are different since they use when they go through time through the quantum realm. Apparently, it's different laws or something.
Yeah, they're basically going by Dragon Ball Z logic. Remember, Trunks, when he goes back, he doesn't go to the same timeline. They're basically going by that logic.
Right, because I thought when you go back in the past, you're not supposed to interact with certain people or do certain stuff because it can alter everything. But
I remember that one thing War Machine said. I forgot his name, what his character name was, but he's like, "Yeah, why don't we just go back to when Thanos was a baby?" And like, that was hilarious. Like, first of all, that's messed up. I can quote like I can quote like so many parts of the movie now. It's pretty funny.
That makes you wonder how old is Thanos to begin with? How long has he really been around?
I mean, he was old enough to see his old race die. So I mean, shit, he must be pretty old. The freak.
I'm like, well, a couple hundred, a couple thousand. I'm just like, dang, how old are we talking?
I don't know. And then again, I mean, I don't know. What's funny is in the comics, Thanos is actually way more powerful. In the movie, they dimmed him down a bit, which is kind of scary to think about. The fuck? You're telling me he's stronger than
that? That's what I heard about Drax, too. Drax is supposed to be stronger than how they portray him.
They did him pretty good, though. I mean, obviously, they have to dim down some of the characters, but I don't know.
I love Jax, but he a whole joke.
I mean, to be honest, the Guardians in these movies aren't like known to be strong, like super strong anyway. But
Oh, well, all right.
I mean, yeah, they're just the Avengers are meant to be the real strong ones. The Guardians are just the Guardians. That's just how they are. I
Makes
don't know.
sense. Makes sense.
I'm just spinning around my headphones. Ah, man. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else I'm thinking about. I knew I was gonna say something. Yeah, I guess the Black Widow movie is gonna be interesting. I guess that's gonna be a prequel or something. I don't know.
Gotta be the only way it makes sense.
Or I don't know. I mean, the Loki show makes sense because like that's because we saw him go through the portal with the Tesseract. So I mean, yeah. I guess it's gonna pick up from there, but like there's
How
so many.
long that's supposed to go on?
What?
How long the them Disney Plus shows supposed to go on with Loki and them?
They got so many shows they got planned. They got a WandaVision show. They got a Falcon and Winter Soldier show. They got. I mean, why are they making all these shows? Just for the fuck.
Yeah, talk about OP. That's definitely Wanda.
I mean, I guess the WandaVision show is going to be about Scarlet Witch trying to bring back Vision. I don't know. Who the fuck knows what these shows are for?
Shit, that makes me wonder. Well, yeah, Vision was the Mind Stone. I see why it couldn't be brought back.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, Thanos destroyed the stones, but then again, I mean, they got the stone out of Vision without killing him, so maybe Scarlet Witch will bring him back with magic? I don't know. Who the hell knows?
Shit, wonder why people sacrifice with the Soul Stone can't come back no matter what you use.
Bro, Thanos was kind of being a bitch when Scarlet Witch was fighting him, though. Scarlet Witch would have ripped him in shreds if he hadn't done that, bro. He would have been dead. He was about to kill him.
Right.
Kind of pussied out, like, just spraying fire. I don't want to die. Just like, no, the Scarlet Witch gonna rip me in half. She's fucking pissed, man. I don't know what I did, but shit, she's ready to kill me. I mean, shit, Scarlet, that was the most powerful I've ever seen Scarlet Witch. She about to rip Thanos in half. I mean, she had enough. Oh my gosh.
Right.
I mean, bro, she went like Super Saiyan in that moment. The fuck, like. Anyway, I don't know. Like that whole movie was so epic. Like, like Pepper became Iron Woman finally, bro. That was something I wanted. Like this movie gave me everything I wanted. Like, oh my god, it was crazy. I mean, like, Pepper finally put some Iron Man armor on. Captain America pick up the hammer. We saw all the Avengers come together in one scene. I mean, what more do you want? Like, really, what more do you want?
Right.
I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say about that scene. I mean, shit. I'm trying to talk about the other scenes, but that obviously was the best part when they came through the portals. I mean, shit. That was the fucking most lit thing ever. The fuck. I mean, I'm not saying the scenes before it weren't great. I mean, all the scenes before the Avengers came together were great, but that was obviously the highlight of the movie. I mean, shit. I don't know. I guess that's the complaint is, oh, why wasn't the whole movie like that? Well, because they wanted to build it up to that point. If they just did it right at the beginning, that would have been boring. I mean, not boring, but it would have taken the fun out of it. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, it made sense to show how everyone was grieving after the snap.
I don't know. They built it up really good, and that's how the first Avengers movie did that, and people didn't complain. The hell, people are forgetting the first Avengers movie. There wasn't that much action in it until like the middle, like second half. I mean, there was action a little bit, but not like the big scene is when they all came together at the end. That was the big scene. I mean, I don't know. I mean, why are people complaining about Endgame if they're not complaining about the first Avengers? That makes no sense. They literally did the same thing, just made it more epic. Just made it amplified. I mean, they amplified it. That's what they did.
I don't know. The time travel was the main complaint I keep seeing.
But yeah, that made the movie cooler. Like, think about it. We got to see Tony reunite with his dad for one final time. That's a really emotional scene. That's a really powerful scene. That was great. I mean,
Right.
and we got to see what was another thing? Captain America fight Captain America. We got to see Guardians of the Galaxy and the first Avengers movie in this movie. That was dope. Like, holy shit, that was great. I mean,
Right.
There's too many dope things to talk about, like really. But yeah, the Vormir scene was definitely messed up. I mean, there is a thing that people are like saying, "Oh, why didn't they just sacrifice? Why didn't Hawkeye just throw the bow over the cliff, or why didn't they just? Why didn't I don't know? That's the thing, because you have to sacrifice what you love. I'm like, I'm pretty sure what Red Skull means by that is a soul, like someone that dies. I don't think you could just throw items off the cliff and it'll work. But I don't know. I mean,
Right.
I don't
What
think
makes it?
what.
So it's still about Baltimore. That makes me wonder how. I guess because of the Tesseract, how I guess they explain how Red Skull ended up there to begin with, or why he has to he's stuck there.
Yeah, that does make you wonder though. Is Red Skull gonna come back, or is he just gonna stay on Vormir forever? Is he just gonna stay on that mountain forever? It's just funny.
Right, because I'm like, is he able to leave? Like, it's like he don't come across evil no more, and more like just he's just there.
Another funny thing is, think about it. When Captain America had to go back to the mountain when he went back in the past, he had to ski Red Skull again. That must have been awkward.
Right.
Oh, hi. You're the floating red guy that Hawkeye was talking about. Well, okay, this is weird. Here's the stone back. Well, then again, I don't think Red Skull remembers all of his memories, so he might not even remember Captain America. But I don't know. I mean, it's just funny to think about. I remember seeing Red Skull in Infinity War the first time and freaking out. I was so hyped. I'm like, oh my god, they brought Red Skull back! Hooray! That was dope. Granted, he's not the same, but it still counts. I liked how they did the Soul Stone. I mean, a lot of people had theories of what they were going to do with the Soul Stone in Infinity War, and I like how they did it. It was great. But anyway, you seem pretty tired, Kevin. But okay, well, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could talk about. Jeez, I'm thinking. Like Vin Diesel's funny. He only says "I am Groot" and he gets paid to do that. It's pretty funny. I don't know.
A couple of thousand.
Hey, one more thing though. Do you think Robert Downey deserves an Oscar for performing in Endgame? I think he does.
Has to. His movie, the one that got everything started. It'd be wrong not to give him an Oscar.
He did so good in Endgame. Shit, I mean, his performance, especially the beginning part where he gets super emotional, starts banging the table, and grabs this thing out of the chest. That was the best. That was some of the best Robert Downey acting I've ever seen. That was pretty great. I mean.
That caught me off guard. I was over here thinking, okay, what are you mad about? But then I'm like, oh, he's probably still mad at Cap for the events from Civil War.
Man, I don't know. Bro, Endgame is a cinematic marvel. No pun intended. Really.
Right.
But yeah, I don't see any superhero movie beating that. I mean, not for a long time. I mean, I don't see any movie beating that. I mean, shit, it might be my favorite movie now, but I don't know. I mean,
take that spot right now as far as superhero movies go. DC ain't even gonna top it.
oh, poor DC. They're probably looking at that movie like, well, oh fucking well.
Yeah, they tried it with Justice League. That was an epic fail.
They're getting better though. I mean, Shazam was pretty cool, and I heard Aquaman was great. So.
Oh yeah, Aquaman. I ain't gonna lie, I liked Aquaman better than Black Panther.
Okay, I wouldn't go that far, but.
Hey, I don't know. You check it out, man. A lot of people said the same thing.
I'll watch it. I don't know. I'm that's not a huge Aquaman fan. I never have been, but I don't know. I mean.
I watch all of them. I ain't a fan of Aquaman and half these other people, but hey, Aquaman did his justice.
You know what's funny is that there's a couple Marvel characters they haven't put in the MCU yet, and it's because they're rip-offs, but they're not really. But so Namor the Submariner hasn't been put in yet. Moon Knight hasn't been put in yet, and Sentry hasn't been put in yet. Do you want to know the reasons why they're not in it yet?
Why is that?
Well, because they say Submariner's a copy of Aquaman, Moon Knight is a copy of Batman, that's what they say, and Sentry's a copy of Superman. So because of that, they're not in the MCU yet, but they're big in the comics, which is hilarious to me. I'm like, bruh, just put them in there. Who gives a shit if they're similar to them? Like, I don't give a fuck. They're not completely the same. I mean, Sentry looks like Superman a little bit, and he has sun powers, but he doesn't have the same power. Moon Knight looks like Batman, and he does similar stuff to Batman, but he's not Batman. And Submariner, while he is aquatic and swims and stuff and talks to fish, that doesn't mean he's like Aquaman. I don't know. It's stupid. But I think Namor will show up in the Fantastic Four movie if they do it, or the Black Panther 2 movie. I mean, they have to do it in either one of those. They have to do it then. But I don't know.
I wonder what the Black Panther 2 plot's about to be.
It could be a lot of different things. I don't know. I mean, the funny thing is Black Panther does marry Storm from the X-Men in the comics, so I wonder if they're going to go that route. That'd be kind of funny.
Interesting.
Anyway, yeah, that's all we're going to say about Endgame today, guys. I hope you enjoyed my spoiler talk. Been wanting to say a lot of stuff about the movie. It's probably my favorite movie now, and that's saying a lot. I don't know. Is it better than Godfather? I don't know. I'm still trying to debate that. But I would honestly watch this way more than The Godfather, and that's saying a lot. I've already watched it 4 times. I mean, shit. Can't get enough of this thing. I'm just blown away by this shit. Like, how did he do all this? Like, this is crazy. Like, I don't know. I mean, literally, how did the Russo brothers pull this shit off? Like, I don't know. I was a little nervous going in. Like, how are they gonna do this? But they did it, and it was something of a fucking masterpiece. I can't even believe it. Like, fuck. I mean, I still can't believe it. Like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, there are flaws with it. Maybe they could have done more, but they've done enough. They need a break, honestly. After that, the Russos should just take a nice vacation, go to the Bahamas, and just don't make movies for a while. That's just it. They don't need to make... They've done enough.
I heard this was their last movie for a while.
Well, their last Marvel movie, yeah. They will make movies, but I don't think they'll make any more Marvel movies. I mean, what can they do to top that? They've topped it at everything at that point. They just done enough. Like, what's funny is Joe Russo actually making a cameo in the movie as the gay guy in the circle. But, yeah, that was kind of cool.
Right. I didn't even notice that till the article. I seen the article. I didn't pay attention to that.
Apparently, Taika Waititi plays Korg. I didn't even know that. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, wait, the guy that directed Thor Ragnarok plays Korg? I didn't know that. What the hell? That's funny.
Oh, it's news to me.
Then again, Jon Favreau plays Happy Hogan, and he directed Iron Man. So I guess the directors like playing characters in the movies, but it's kind of funny. I don't know.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Jon Favreau's doing The Lion King. You gonna go see The Lion King? I know I'm changing the subject. But...
Yeah. Shoot, on my to-do list.
Yeah, I'll go watch Lion King. It ain't gonna beat Avengers Endgame. That's for fucking sure.
If it did, I'd be highly disappointed.
No, Lion King, it'll beat Frozen. I don't know if it'll beat the freaking Avengers Endgame. Ain't the hell? No way.
Frozen was pretty hard to top.
I don't know. Well, I guess that's the thing. If they put Lion King as an animated movie, it will be Frozen. But if they classify it as live action, then it might not. I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
I'm not sure what will happen, but that's it, guys. That's all we're going to say about Avengers Endgame. What more do I need to say? It's the best movie of the year. One of the best movies ever made. And I just don't have more to say. So thanks, Kevin, for joining me on the video. This was fun.
All right, no problem.
All right, see you all later, Mr. Subscribers. The Tatumeister is signing out. Boom.